Hello everybody, how's it going? KhasAdun here, and we're back with some more StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void beta, if you can believe it. I know this series has sort of been on hiatus for a little bit, and I apologize to anyone who really liked these videos. The problem that I had was the game kept getting updated, and the site that I would go to get replays for this game sorta didn't have any up-to-date replays ever. And so usually, I mean, what happens when you download a replay that is not current is you try to open it and it says this is the wrong version, we're not going to play it. And that's all you get. You can't play any other replays. And the only other way for me to get any replays was to play the game myself. And there's a few reasons why that's a problem for me. Number one, there are times when I'd have to play for, you know, an hour, maybe 2 hours, just to get 1 or 2 good replays. Otherwise, it's, you know, getting rushed over and over again, or the game is one-sided, or there's a lot of ways in which a game can go wrong for something like casting. So I didn't exactly, and honestly, I get tired of it too. I'll be honest. This is a really intense game. It's very, very hard. Like Heroes of the Storm, I don't know if anyone plays that. That game is super fun. I could play that game all day. It doesn't cause the least bit of stress for me. For some reason, whenever I start to play this game, I just get flooded with stress hormones. Now, from time to time, that's a good thing. And that's why I do play it occasionally, because I have noticed, after playing this game for a few days, I am somewhat better at everything I do. Just a bit. Not, like, drastically, but something really intense like StarCraft, or like playing ping pong with 2 balls and 2 paddles. Doing something really intense is really good for your brain. So I do that just to sort of work out my brain, but that's it. I just don't have the time to spend doing replay hunting for myself. And the other reason that doesn't work, casting my own replays, is because I don't know why. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's got this problem, but I actually seriously cannot watch a game that I've already played and not view it from my perspective. I'm not sure why, but I seem to be the main focus in each game that I have played, which is a problem, because it keeps things not very fair, I guess. So finally, though, we've got some. It's been a while since a patch has come out for this beta, and we've got a bunch of replays here, and I've actually got more replays downloaded than I have casted before. So we've got quite a bit of content coming up for this, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll continue to try to refine it and make it a little bit more understandable for even people who have never played this game. My goal is to be able to cast this game in such a way that people who have never played it before know what's going on. And I'm gonna keep working on that. So, let's get started, shall we? I've spent long enough rambling about that. Let's start this up. So, over here on the left side of the map, it is gonna be nomoreblunts. Now, that's his name. Great name. And as we can see over on the right side of the map, the blue Zerg, he's gonna get a little bit fancier of an intro because I forgot to push the button last time. It is GLaDOS. A really great name. I feel like I've seen that name before. I mean, other than just in Portal, obviously, but maybe not. I might have played against GLaDOS at some point. I doubt it, though. GLaDOS is like in gold, and I could never aspire to be so good. So, okay, here's an interesting new upgrade we've seen. The Zerg, in their latest patch, have been upgraded with the ability to sort of morph each Overlord individually with the ability to carry units. So instead of there being a universal upgrade that you do at the hatchery right here, which is where it used to be, now, oh god, no. Look, they're all dying. No, please! Alright, well, that job totally failed, but up here, we actually have quite a bit of damage going on. There's 2, oh, this building is stalled. That's a command center, too, for an expansion. Okay, they get a mule, they get an SCV, and they're gonna go ahead and back off and just sit there and get shot. Alright, that'll do it. Okay, that works for me, I guess. And now all of a sudden, what was I saying? So they got the ability to do individual jobs, like we're about to see again. So now nomoreblunts is saying, okay, I'm not dealing with no drops Or actually, I should say... Oh, and let's get that up too. That makes it look really fancy. So this is done. I'm wondering, has he got... Yeah. He's gonna counter the Zerg's drops with drops of his own. Which ought to be really, really effective, depending on what he's got. Which is... nothing. He's actually not really got any defense for this. So this actually should be quite effective. We'll see though. He has no units being made. Alright, it looks like this is literally the best time to drop right now. I do not see a better time for this to happen. Oh, come on. Does the Overlord see it? The Overlord... Does the Overlord freaking... Okay, he sees it. Okay, they know... Okay. Oh, shoot, no. Every time. I'm gonna need to change that button. Alright, so GLaDOS can't see this right now. He's in the shadows. Here he comes. And now he's coming in. I don't think Stim is researched. It's just started. So Stim will get researched, which is... I complain about Stim all the time, just because of how insanely strong it is. I'm not gonna say it's overpowered, because it's not. It's an interesting ability. And you'll see what it does in a second. Right now, oh my god, the Queen goes down. Queens are super important. Okay. Oh! Oh, I didn't even notice. He was targeting that medevac the whole time. He lost everything. They're all dead. Well, how many worker kills did he get for that? He got 4, so I'd say 4 drones for a queen, and, I mean, 4 drones and a queen for all of that, I'd say was not worth it. And if we look at the units lost tab, we can see that Terran is in fact ahead. Not in units lost, but in resources lost, just in the units. He's behind now, because of that, because it's 50 minerals per marine, and he had 8 marines, so do the math there, plus medevac, which is 100, 100. So, it adds up. And actually, we can... What am I looking at? Oh, he's destroying the rocks. Okay. Alright, smart. So now, Terran has done some damage. He's thinking he's pretty safe at the moment. Zerg is going to try to be rebuilding. He can go ahead and expand at this point. And he's got a siege tank here, and I don't think siege is actually an upgrade anymore. I think they come out ready to go. Which is super useful. My freaking god. That's a lot of base. What are they scanning? I actually don't know. There is an interface on here that I can see where the scans are going down, but whatever. Okay, Mutalisk's coming up. I should have seen this. There's a spire around here somewhere. There it is. The Mutalisk is a flying Zerg unit that is perfect for attacking mineral lines. As one of the fastest units in the game, it has the ability to dart around the map and harass the enemy or pick off key units in an army that are undefended and then leave. It has a special kind of attack which hits 3 targets, doing full damage to the first, and 2 less for each subsequent one after. In high enough numbers, the Mutalisk Cloud can become a fearsome force in any Zerg game. Alright, Zerg's going to be putting pressure on, trying to get a response, trying to get all of these guys to come down here and attack, and when they move out, Mutalisks are going to come in and do some damage. It's a 2-pronged attack. It's very, very effective. And these Zerglings are basically, they can die. They'll be okay. The real focus is going to be on these Mutalisks who aren't doing anything. Oh, come on. Alright, here we go. He's moving them out, and the Mutalisks have just moved in. All the SCVs have arrived, and it's a massacre. Oh, come on, he's going to get the tank. Tanks are huge. They do a ton of damage. If you can pick those off, they can't shoot the air, which is why Mutalisks were really good for that. And actually, this attack down here did way more damage than I feel like it really should have for the amount of Zerglings that it was. And actually, we've got 3 Banelings just hanging out over here. Oh, I wonder what's going to become of them. Banelings are really cool. They're like little suicidal, blow yourself up things. Essentially, suicide bombers, basically, is what they are. They're a lot of fun. I'm wondering what they're gonna do. A lot of times people will try to send Banelings into these mineral lines here and blow up, 5 SCVs a piece. They can really do a ton of damage. And here they go. Oh, look. That's a pretty good split, though. And he only got 3 for that, actually. So, it could have been better. But, 3's something, And production is now just stopped on these. And the Poor buildings. They're just trying to survive, and they're not going to be able to. We need more Marines. There they are, way up here on the other side of the map. These Mutalisks are going to have a heyday. So, instead of defending, Terran's decided, okay, I'm just going to go attack and see if I can bring these Mutalisks back to his base. But with 30 Zerglings in production up here, he's building 30 Zerglings right now. I kind of feel like that may not happen. Actually, should I give you guys... I mean, it's a little late now. You guys pretty much know. So maybe next game, if I see another game with Mutalisks in... Holy freaking cow, these are fast Zerglings. I'll do a Mutalisk intro, but this time I forgot. Very sorry, guys. But I do have a Mutalisk intro. Next time, though, I'll explain the Mutalisks in greater detail. Okay, here we go. We got Hydralisks in, and Hydralisks are very, very, very strong. They're really good against basically everything in large enough numbers. They can pretty much kill everything. Okay. And it looks like that stim, though. The stim is, a really, really... Oh, God, the tank, too, can be picked up. I forgot about that. So this tank is going to be really annoying. Because every time the Hydralisks get close enough to attack the tank, he can pick it up, move it over here, and keep attacking. Looks like this will just barely get cleaned up with the help of the Mutalisks. And, I mean, but not before doing a considerable amount of damage. He took down this base down here. He took out a spawning pool, which is your first tech structure. You should be seeing a little thing about tech coming up right now. A spawning pool is what allows you to build all of the other tech. He's got a lair, so he should be able to build some other stuff, but he has done a considerable amount of damage. If I look at the income, we can see that it's dropping down very rapidly, actually, because he's only mining off, okay, 2 bases now, but this one's like a halvesy kind of base, because it's only got 10 mineral patches, which means only 10 minerals coming in at a time. This one's got, or sorry, not 10, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry guys. 5, which means, I don't know, 50 minerals at a time coming in. So, okay, he's got this one pretty dang well saturated up here, too, so he's actually on 3 base. I forgot about this one down here. Alright, so he's actually bounced right back up here, and he's going to be able to retake this expansion, no problem. Meanwhile, the Mutalisks is coming around being super annoying. You know, guys, when I think... I might forego... I might just bite the bullet here, because these Mutalisks are playing a major role in this game, actually. I think... If I'm watching this in the... Okay, lurkers, too. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna say I've added the Mutalisk thing already. And if I forgot to... when you're editing, add it now, back at the point where we see the Mutalisks. Go do it. Okay, message to my future self. And now we've got lurkers on the field. And lurkers against Marines and Marauders is exactly what you want, basically. It's a death sentence for ground units, basically. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a video overview of the lurker, just to show you why it's a death sentence to these guys. You should be seeing that right now. The Lurker is a Zerg crowd control unit. After upgrading the Hydralisk Den to a Lurker Den, Hydralisks will be able to morph into the Lurker. The Lurker has no special ability to attack above ground and so must be burrowed in order to attack. While burrowed, the Lurker shoots spines out of the ground, dealing very high damage to almost any unit caught in the line. The Lurker is most often used to hold a positional advantage on the map, but it can be dropped into mineral lines where it decimates the workers. Alright, that's the Lurker. So, let's see how he can use these guys. He's gonna start wailing away down here once again, in front of these missile turrets. These guys can actually detect the Lurkers until it goes down. And it's down, he can no longer see them. It's go time. Here they come. I would have loaded up some guys in this thing and boosted over here, but I guess it's okay. He's got these 2 Marines going around scouting out, looking for different expansions, such as down here.
Under attack.
And, oh god, the lurkers are in the mineral line now. I think he can actually see this guy here, so... Uh-oh, there's another. And he's... Oh no, he's killed 2. He's... Okay, and they're dead. Boom. Meanwhile, these 2 guys have found this expansion. He now knows his next target to attack. He's gonna try to come down here and pick this off, and Zerg is going to need to make some kind of defense for this. He knows it's found. I feel like he needs to get Oh my god. A couple of Marines up here too. Where are all those units? He's got not a whole lot actually. 7 Mutalisks, a bunch of Lurkers, but you're gonna need something else to keep the Marines off the Lurkers for a little bit. These Mutalisks are gonna die. Please, run away, run away! And, okay, here we go. He's coming down. If he targets the hatchery, it's all over for this base at least, but it doesn't look like he is. These Marines are kind of just dancing around. Okay, Lurker's coming down. They're gonna burrow right on top of the army here. Check this out. And, oh, boom! Boom! Oh man, he's gotta keep them away from the Lurkers. But the problem with Lurkers is they can still move. Oh, he lost his whole army there, guys, if you can believe it. Oh, not his whole army. I didn't even see this. Holy freaking cow. The double-pronged attack gets me every time. Protoss can't do two-pronged attacks, that's why. I play as Protoss, and you sort of have to keep your whole army together. Lurkers trying to see what they can do. He's losing quite a few of those, though. And, I mean, yeah. The problem with Lurkers, they have to stay stationary in order to attack. They can still move around, but you need to corner the army, and it looks like he's actually done that. Holy freaking cow. And, okay, he's boosting him out. Oh, god, never mind. He boosted a few out of there. They're gonna die anyway. Oh, yeah, these Hydralisks are gonna clean it up, no problem. And we pick off the rest of it. It all goes down, says the Hydralisk party. Alright, good. Meanwhile, we got another expansion. This thing survived somehow. Let's see how many workers we're at here. 60 drones. That's not too bad. What's the income at? It's actually behind for the Zerg at this point. And, let's see what the Terran's up to. What is he working on? We are on camera mode here, so we can see everything the Terran player is doing. He's setting up his base down here, and he's getting ready to defend it. Which is not a bad idea, but I would say that the Zerg is in no position to attack. So actually, I mean, at this point, it would behoove the Terran to keep on the pressure. He is making 34 Zerglings and a Nidus Worm, though. Ooh, a Nidus network is going to allow him to make Nidus Worms. Nidus Worms are big news. You'll see why if he makes a Nidus Worm. I'll keep my eye out up here to see if he starts making one. Oh man, look, he's gonna do a Zergling run by here, scouting it out, seeing if there's any expansions around the place. And ooh, the Terran's starting to set up a bit of a contain here. They're gonna, they've got a pretty dang good position in this area, as we can see. So he's gonna take this spot here. All of the avenues leading in, I mean, unless you can flood it with everything all at once. Oh, what's this? I don't know. This is a pretty strong position here. He's got this whole area locked down. I mean, he can still move through this way, but he can't. I guess he could get on this side of the map, but it's quite a roundabout way. Okay, where is that? I just freaking missed it. Oh, here it is. Nidus Worm. Shoot, that's what that was. Okay, well the Zerg, Hydralisk coming in here, taking all this stuff out. Meanwhile, Terran are down here, taking this base out. It's well, you got a bunch of SCVs at least, but these Zerglings down here, oh my god, they have gone uncontested for so long. Finally, we get some reinforcements in here, taking out the Zerglings. I don't know what they're doing, but just sitting there. I don't understand what that is. They're supposed to attack. Whatever. Wow, really interesting game so far. This is why I'm so excited to see some pro matches in Legacy of the Void. This kind of all around the map action did not ever happen unless they were at the top tier. Most of the time, you want to know what it was? It was this base, and maybe this base, versus this base, and maybe this base for the whole game. If it got into the late game, maybe it took this base, and maybe it took that base. But by that time, these bases were all mined out, and they didn't matter anymore. Except for the main base, of course, which has all your big, useful buildings, your production, and your tech. But the way things are now, you have to expand so much more, which causes a lot of this kind of all around the map, try to pick off a base where you can't action, which is so fantastic in my opinion. And Terran is he gonna be able to have any more scans, or is he gonna... Okay, he's got another scan, he's got enough orbitals, I think. Probably can't scan indefinitely, but he's... Okay, wow, these tanks are actually doing some work here. Who would have thunk? Tanks are good against lurkers, obviously. Okay, so he's got this thing locked down here, so lots of stuff is gonna have a hard time getting through this area here. So that's pretty much done, but got his army up here, and what are we gonna see the Zerg do now? He's continuing to send in units. I think it would probably behoove him to wait a second, move in some units, and then move the lurkers up behind them. Oh, yeah, he could start attacking up here, too, with some smaller units. Somehow, we've got some Zerglings coming into the base here. Terran can do nothing about it. He can lift off the buildings, but that's about it. Luckily, though, it looks like he's going to be able to break this, this little setup he had here. He's going to be able to come up here and rescue this base if he cares to. Okay, there we go. He's going. Re-expanding down here, because why not? Keeping him busy with all this stuff means you're going to be safe to expand and do whatever you kind of want on your side of the map. I would expect we're going to be seeing this base be taken quite soon, because the income... Ooh, income is actually not too bad. Off of 3 bases. Okay. 2 bases. Wow. How many? 53 drones. Alright, not bad. Okay, we've got... Oh, man, look. He's already gearing up for his next assault. And it's just now that the Terran players decided, okay, I am having a hard time keeping up with the production of things. Look at this. The Zerglings are so annoying in this. Oh my goodness. Please, leave me alone. So the Zerglings come down here. They're going to try to distract him. And now is the time when the Lurkers and the Hydralisks move in when the Terran is distracted. Try to pick this base off. At least, I mean, if we could get these buildings, that would be huge. Because Terran needs the production at this point. Terran is... Oh, she just leaves. He's fed up with it. Well, there it is. By picking apart his opponent, Zerg has somehow managed to drive the Terran player absolutely insane and cause him to rage quit. Zerglings can be really useful if you use them in that way, apparently. I have never seen someone use Zerglings to that degree in this stage of the game before, but man, they are a force to be reckoned with now, because the way things used to be was, when you only had a few bases, you only had a few places to defend. You could hop back and forth pretty quickly. But now, you've got to go all over the place, which means you can just send Zerglings every which way and just kind of get them through the cracks and just start being super annoying. Holy cow. That was a really cool game. I need to get better at casting, I understand, but for the first game I've seen in a while, that was a really cool game. I enjoyed that. And let's go ahead and go on to our next game. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.